Hello and welcome to another edition of What Sold This Summer. Today we are going over my sales through the week of July 29th through July 5th. So let's dive into it. Before we get started, I just want to make a proclamation that work-life balance is a lie. I am struggling like everyone else. Okay, but my sales this week were okay. I don't know. Definitely nothing that I would be wanting to replicate in the future, but considering the fact that I listed 2 items during this time period, and since, it's not too bad. I really need to get back to listing and reselling consistently, but work-life balance, life has just been winning. Work-life competition, that's really what it is. It's constantly at odds with one another. Anyway, so let's get into it. What sold this week? I had $776.95 in total sales. That's not great. I mean, I am a part-time reseller in the number of hours. Clearly, if I haven't listed anything in this period, I'm not a full-time reseller. But I am a part-time reseller in terms of the number of hours. This week I'm like not a reseller. I'm just basically shipping. But yeah, $776.95, I guess, is not bad. Really, during this time period, I was taking vacation days. But since I had not prepared listings ahead of time, taking off days for my business, and nothing's happening. So this is all, I guess, sort of happening in the background. Passive income, if you will. I don't really believe in that, but I wasn't doing anything anyway this week. My total earnings so this was what was deposited in my bank account, $607.91. That's paying for some bills right there, so that's good. But then total gross profit, this is taking into account cost of goods. And my cost of goods was, purchased previously, sometimes like years ago. It was $503.64. That's a pretty healthy gross profit margin. I only sold 21 items, so my average sales price was $37, which I want it to be $40, but that is better than what it has been in previous weeks, and it's definitely getting closer to where I want to be. And then my average gross profit was $23.98. Poshmark sales trumped both these other platforms at $523. Mercari, not bad. That's because I had a $100 sale on Mercari, essentially. eBay, $125.95. Mercari, $128. Mercari actually beat out eBay, so where are you at, eBay? My eBay game is very weak. Okay, which is why people ask me to do videos on eBay, and until I have some level of success on that platform, I mean, I have some sales, but really not where it should be considering how many listings I have, etc. But with that being said, let's start with what sold on June 29th on eBay. So the first was this pair of Zodiac. Here's the brand. Can y'all see that? Here, I'll zoom in. Zodiac pair of loafers. I don't know why I'm zooming in on the brand because I wouldn't recommend picking up this brand. I got it through liquidation. 669 days ago. My cost of goods was $9.81. I have them listed. I have 5 available, as you can see. So if you want some, send me an offer. I have them listed for $30. I received an offer on eBay for $15 plus $9.99 shipping, which I accepted, and I had a gross profit of $2. So I'm really just looking to move these. Not much more to say. I wouldn't recommend picking up Zodiac. It's selling for $15 new in box. So. Similarly, if you take a drink of your coffee every time you hear me say Free People palette in any video. I saw someone comment that the other week, and I thought that was funny. I purchased a Free People palette 985 days ago. Well, I mean, I started listing it 985 days ago, and I have some pieces left over from it. I'm really looking this month to move them, hopefully. So, this I have listed for $25. I received it. Actually, it sold full price on eBay. That's great. $25 plus $4.99 shipping, which gave me a gross profit of $7.55 because my cost of goods was pretty high on this palette with $11.34 per piece. So, the higher ticket items sold a long time ago. Ones left over that aren't going for a lot of money, but are lingering. Okay. And then I had a few Poshmark sales on the 29th. So the first was this, which I got at the bins. I never pick up White House Black Market. It's not a brand I don't know if I've ever sold. Maybe that's interesting. I'm just gonna look at it. But I found this new with tag White House Black Market skirt that was very beautiful. Okay, I've sold it twice, and it was both of them were new with tag, and they were probably both from the bins. So there are certain brands that if it's new with tag and it's a good size, I will pick it up at the bins for like $1. And this fits that bill. I had it listed pretty high at 45. Here, let me just show you. It's a really pretty skirt, like a full A-line midi skirt, size 10. Retailed for $160, so it's definitely, you know, not cheap. I had it listed for 45 and I received an offer for 25 after only 11 days of listing it, and I decided just to go ahead and accept that. It only cost me 95 cents to pick this up, so it gave me a gross profit of $19.05. So yeah, I'd pick this up again. I made $19 in 11 days. That's pretty good. And then I would not pick these up again. This is a brand that's dead to me, essentially. I don't know. I did a video a while ago about brands that are dead to me. I feel like this brand might have been on that list. If not, I need to make a new video and put it on that list. Bonobos. I always pronounce it Bonobos, which is wrong. Bonobos. And I picked these up 534 days ago. I had them listed for $30. They sold to a Poshmark offered a liker for $21 and discounted shipping. What am I talking about with Poshmark offered to liker automatic? I have this Chrome extension software that I use. Here it is, where I basically don't have to be on my phone all day to send offers to likers. It automatically sends offers for me 1 minute after someone likes something. That liker or that potential buyer receives a 30% off offer with discounted shipping. I think it's really important to send it as soon after they like something, just because that's when they're on the app, that's when they're active, and that's when they're thinking about purchasing something. So that happened with this pair of pants, and so I'm very, very happy to move these. Yeah, I just never pick up bonobos anymore. If I were to pick it up, it would be to take to Crossroads, but I don't even know if they would accept it. A lot of the time when I find this brand, it's not in very good condition, so I don't even have to worry about thinking about picking it up. This, on the other hand, is a bread and butter brand that I love finding at the bins and selling. This was a really great piece. Eileen Fisher. I always use the tag Log and Look in my listings for Eileen Fisher. And this is a silk jersey swing tunic top. It's 100% silk, long line, just plain black top, but it was a size large, which is also a good size for Eileen Fisher. I will not pick up anything Eileen Fisher extra small or small unless it was like a really substantial, great piece at the bins. This I had listed for 50, so I actually listed it kind of high based off of comps. And then 16 days later, I received a 50% off offer, 25, which I just went ahead and accepted, which is a common theme in my philosophy nowadays when it comes to, especially items I pick up at the bins, is just accept offers. So I accepted a $25 offer, which still gave me a gross profit of $18.80. I forgot to tell you that my gross profit on the Bonobos pants was $15.68. But anyways, it only took $16 to make about 16 days to make about $19, so not bad. I'd pick it up again. This is a formal wear brand that you should know if you want to sell formal wear. There's another really good formal wear sale at the end of this video. JS Collections. It's been around a while, I believe, and so they have a bunch of different tags. I think this is the most recent one. So this is the one you're probably going to want to pick up. I will skip on older. Here, let me zoom in, because I know some of y'all were like, hey, can you make this bigger? This is what the tag looks like. I will skip on older tags, typically. But this is also a really good example of a substantial formal wear piece. It's got this floral embroidery throughout. It's got some really pretty mesh details. And it's a new tag, which helps. and it's a size 12. This is essentially what someone is probably picking up to wear to a wedding or some kind of formal event. And people don't want to pay $278. They'd rather pay $118, which is what I sold this for. I had it listed for $168. It sold for $118. I think that's an Poshmark offer to liker, which gave me a gross profit of $86.38. I did get through this through liquidation, but I've come across this brand, at Goodwill all the time. It did take 527 days to sell, which is part of selling formal wear. Typically, unless you price it really low, it's probably going to sit until it finds the right buyer. And so that's what happened with this one. But I'm happy with a gross profit. I'm willing to wait if it's going to give me a gross profit of $86. I just realized I accidentally excluded one sale from my list, and so my total sales was actually $796. This is $20 more than I thought, so that's good. Almost $800. This is the one I accidentally excluded. It was this Eileen Fisher chambray short sleeve button down blouse, another bread and butter Eileen Fisher, sold after 15 days, so just a decent, reliable selling brand, especially with the extra large. This one actually did have some flaws. Here's the tag, and here are the flaws. It had some fading in the underarms. I had it listed for $28 and received an offer for $20 after 15 days, and I just went ahead and accepted it. I mean, that's a good offer, so. It gave me a gross profit of $14.84. I'm starting to wonder, especially with my limited time, do I want to start being much more selective with the inventory I pick up? Like, this is a really good bread and butter piece, but do I want to really limit my bread and butter pieces and just really only try to source items that are going to give me a gross profit of $25 or more? I don't know if that's realistic. I don't know. It's a constant auditing of my sourcing that is going on, and it happens for every reseller based on the parameters of how much time I have available. In July, I have so little time available, so I'm just being much more selective with the inventory I pick up. Here's another kind of bread and butter fast selling sale that didn't net a ton of profit, but did sell quickly for some profit. Chubbies. This would have sold more, I think. It's a good brand to know. Here's what it'll look like on the inside. But as you can see, the liner was cut out, so that's why I think I listed it lower and it sold for less. I got it at the bins for $1.61, listed it for $25. It sold to an Poshmark automated offer to liker for $17 plus discounted shipping, which gave me a gross profit of $9.97. And it took 26 days to sell. So Chubbies, good brand to know. Good bread and butter. It'll usually sell for more, like 25-ish. But yeah, had that flaw and it still sold pretty quickly. And then this was another bread and butter sale. Liverpool. We're on June 30th right now. Liverpool is a bread and butter brand. Like, I'll pick up under very specific circumstances. A, only at the bins. B, has to be a larger size. And then C, has to be a relatively recent style. I think this is a newer tag. I'm not 100% sure. But this was a size 31. I had it listed for 30, received an offer for 25, which I accepted. Gave me a gross profit of $19.05. So that's actually pretty good. I'm happy about that. And yeah, I got it for cheap, and it sold after only 10 days. So all around happy with that. And I'm going to continue to be very selective with Liverpool, but definitely gives me the feeling that my strategy around these bread and butter brands is okay. Okay, and then this was a good bins find. I actually went into an Anthropologie store for the first time in a very long time, right before, like on June 28th. I remember that because it's the day before a wedding. Because I don't know, there's a long story, I'm not going to get into it. But I needed a dress, and I found a dress. And it made me love Anthropologie again. I actually ended up buying some more pieces from their 50% off sale. And also they, are selling off their spring inventory now. They're selling off, a lot of their shorts and so forth. And so it also gives me the feeling that me trying to move my spring summer inventory now is the right thing to do. But anyway, I am really feeling strongly about wanting to sell more Anthropologie. I've always, my whole entire life, loved Anthropologie. When I was like 16, I used to drive up to Kansas City to spend my birthday there, like by myself. It is just my happy place. I love Anthropologie. I used to really, really, really love it, and then I kind of just lost, it just wasn't a part of my life anymore when I moved to Portland, and now I'm falling back in love with it. So anyways, my whole ramble about Anthropologie, I sold these PJ pants pajama pants from Anthropologie on Mercari. And I guess my point was just that I'm going to pick up more Anthropologie moving forward. It just seems to be selling well. Newer pieces by Anthropologie seem to be selling well. This one I had listed for $35. I received an offer on Mercari for $28. I accepted it. No selling fees on Mercari. That's great. I only have to pay for shipping, which I wouldn't even have to do if I charged for shipping, but I don't. I do free shipping. My gross profit therefore was $22.12 because I got it at the bins for $1.20, and they sold after only 15 days. So super happy with this sale. Gross profit $22. Yeah, love it. I just like selling Anthropologie right now. Okay, moving on. This is my first sale from July. It's my only sale from July 1st. What a great way to start out. I remember thinking that. I'm like, the 1st of July, wow, what a way to start this month. One sale. But it was a full price sale. And it was, I think this is from my Free People palette, so take a drink of your coffee. A skirt. I see this skirt all the time at Goodwill. It is called the Modern Femme stretch denim skirt. This is one of their like classic styles that they just like put out new iterations of all the time. Retails for $50, so it's good that it sold for $38. Full price this is one that I found in my inventory audit. So I only had it for 193 days, not 900 plus days. And it gave me a gross profit of $19.06. So actually a pretty good sale. Happy about it. Size 6, which is a pretty good size. Okay, and then moving on to July 2nd was a better day. Johnny Was. I have been finding Johnny Was recently. I actually have only found like 3 pieces, but I'm not complaining. I love finding Johnny Was. This was one I found at the bins. It was just this t-shirt, super cute, and a size small. Typically, like larger sizes in Johnny Was are going to be better selling than smaller ones, but this one sold really, really well. I had it listed for $45 and received an offer for $40 on eBay. Great offer, plus shipping. And so it gave me a gross profit of $33 because I only paid 96 cents, and it sold after only 4 days. In case you're new to reselling, this is one of many of the Johnny Was tags. I actually sold another Johnny Was piece coming up soon, and it has a completely different tag, so I'll show you that. This, on the other hand, is something I'm no longer picking up. I picked this up 650 days ago. Kimchi blue, I just won't even pick it up anymore, but I think there's certain pieces maybe that might be in demand, but I am not going to do research to figure it out. But this is the type of piece I would not pick up again, but it did eventually sell. I'm happy for it, especially since it's more of a summer style. I'm really trying to move my older summer inventory. This I got at the bins for 86 cents 650 days ago. Had it listed for 25. It sold to a Poshmark automated offer to Liker for 17 plus discounted shipping, which gave me a gross profit of $10.72. Kimchi Blue, by the way, is an in-house Urban Outfitters brand. And Urban Outfitters, Free People, and Anthropologie, all owned by the same company. That's why on their material tag it's going to say 66170 for all of them on the RN number. That's just if you've been reselling, you know that. But there's just like knowledge that just all resellers know, and like only resellers know, and that's just one of them. This was a pair of, I love selling Athleta. I still love it. I've heard other resellers say they're like tired, they don't like picking it up anymore. I love selling Athleta, and this is a good example of a piece I like selling. It is the Athleta Elation Pant Jogger in a size large tall. I actually had these listed pretty high, 68, based off of comps. It only retails for 99, so 68 is pretty high. But I received an offer after 49 days for 35. So, you know, it's like, okay, I probably had that listed too high. I probably needed to lower the price to $50 and then it would have sold 30% off for $35. So I just went ahead and accepted that offer. I got it at a regular Goodwill for $7.99, so it gave me a gross profit of $20.01. Honestly, I think like shooting for a $20 gross profit is probably where I should be aiming for. So anyway, good sale. Happy about it. Not much more to say. Love picking up Athleta. I don't pick up all styles. It's pretty easy to search for the style name with Athleta. You're just going to basically search for the style number and then Athleta, the style number, look that up, and it will, I think this one up here is a style number, and you can find the style name pretty quickly, then search comps. I have a checking comps video in case you're new to reselling, which I'll link up on the screen, and it goes over all of that, plus a few other ways that I go about checking comps. Another thing I just look for off the bat before even checking comps or its style name or anything is when this was produced. 2022 is a recent piece, so I'm going to look it up. But actually, recent pieces oftentimes just have the style name here, the elation pant, so that makes it easy. I picked this up. This was actually in a recent bins haul video, and I picked it up because it's 100% silk. It is J. Crew, and it is just a leopard print button-down size 4. It is from fall 2018, so it's a little bit old. I mean, only resellers would think 6 years ago is old. I don't know. No, maybe not. I'm sure fashion people think that's like ancient. But anyway, I had it listed for $28 and it sold to a Poshmark automated offer to liker for $19 plus discounted shipping, which gave me a gross profit of $14.25, and it sold after 9 days. To be honest, I don't know if I'd pick this up again. I was really nervous selling it just because it's an older piece. But I am very happy with the result. I was very happy to see that it did sell pretty quickly. So, okay, here's my other Johnny Was piece. We are moving on to the 3rd. So I only had 4 sales on the 2nd, 1 on eBay, 3 on Poshmark, and then on the 3rd, I just had 2 sales, 1 on Mercari and 1 on Poshmark. So this was my Mercari sale. This is my $100 sale that I was talking about. Here's the Johnny Was tag. See, it looks completely different, but it very clearly says Johnny Was. And this was in a recent Thrift With Me video. I loved that thrift trip. It was just a short, sweet, great trip. And this I listed, and it sold super fast. Actually, it would have sold faster if I would have responded to her comment sooner. But anyway, I had it listed for $150. It's this Okinawa kimono size large, great size, great piece, excellent condition. And I received a message on Mercari from someone saying, "Would you, accept $100? I'm really interested." And so I just responded by sending them that offer and saying, let me know if you have any other questions. They accepted it, and off we went. I don't have any seller fees, which is amazing. I just had my $7.99 cost of goods and then my shipping costs, so my gross profit was $86.56. Sold after 3 days. My other sale on the 3rd was from the same thrift trip. I love this top. I really considered keeping it. It is by the brand The Odells, which is sometimes sold at Anthropologie, and definitely it's sometimes sold at J. Crew. And I added this, it's just such a cute top. I had it listed for $45 and it sold, offered to liker, Poshmark automated for $31 plus discounted shipping, which gave me a gross profit of $14.79. I paid $7.99 for this as well, after only 3 days. So, really good. Here are some keywords in case you want to make note of that. Creative, artsy, sustainable, bohemian, boho, relaxed, comfortable, colorful, natural. And then I also made a note that Odell's is sometimes sold at Anthropologie, J. Crew, etc. Because if someone's searching for Anthropologie, the Odell's Anthropologie, something like that, this will then pop up. But I don't think this particular piece was actually sold at Anthropologie, but it should have been because it's so cute. Anyway. Okay, moving on to what sold on Independence Day, July 4th. Oh yeah, this was sold on Billy Lou's birthday. 2 great sales on Billy Lou's birthday. Not a lot, but gee, I love both of these pieces. Okay, on July 4th, I sold this pair of Outer Known. Okay, so Outer Known, I should have put it in the description. It's a brand, what's it? was started by Kelly Slater. I think you have to know something about skating to know who that is, which I don't. Anyway, but I did a bins haul. I found 2 pieces by Outerknown. I just looked at the tag. Here, I'll zoom in here because I wouldn't have known it. And I was like, this looks like it's worth something. I checked Outerknown on Poshmark real quick, saw that some of the pieces were worth something, so it was worth picking up at the bins, and I picked it up for $1.27. I picked up this pair of shorts, which I think is still on their website, and then a pair of pants, which they no longer sell, so I actually listed it a little bit higher. But these pair of shorts I listed for $38. I received an offer for $30, which I accepted, and it gave me a gross profit of $22.73. There we go. It's meeting my quota of $20, and it sold after only 7 days. So I'll definitely be on the lookout for Outerknown. Bolo. Be on the lookout. Okay, and then also on the 4th, I had one eBay sale, and it was this Patagonia Capilene long sleeve t-shirt. I actually wasn't sure if I should have picked this up, but it performed pretty well. So, I guess it was a good thing. The men's small olive green, I did make a note that it had some pilling throughout. And I had it listed for $22, received an offer for $20 plus shipping. Very reasonable offer, which I accepted, and that gave me a gross profit of $16.68. So I guess I would pick this up, continue to pick this up. I just love picking up Patagonia at the bins. This I got through liquidation, and I would not recommend picking up Who What Wear, which is, I think, Target, sold at Target. Actually, I don't know. It must have been sold at Nordstrom, because that's where this palette came from, but I don't know. It's Who What Wear. New with box. And I had it listed for $18. It sold for $12 plus discounted shipping, which gave me a gross profit of negative $2.78. But I'd had it for, I guess I listed this in my inventory audit for 181 days. So just wanted to move it. I did put Barbie and Barbiecore as keywords, because at the time those were keywords to make note of, but I don't know if anyone's searching for those anymore. Okay, and then this is July 5th. I had 3 sales. Although I'm not listing a lot in July, I did spend, I think, at least one night relisting a lot of older inventory. And so this was one sale from that. I actually sold a couple other things on subsequent days from that relisting. This is a pair of new, I got it through liquidation, so it's new, rag and bone jeans, but it had 2 flaws. I have had these for 1,431 days. So really, really long time. So I just dropped the price to $15, and they sold full price for $15, which did give me a gross profit of about $7. But no, I wouldn't recommend picking up rag and bone jeans, especially this kind of style, at all. But with liquidation, you get what you get. You don't throw a fit. No. Okay, my last sale on the 5th. This was a good one. I got it at Goodwill for $14.99. This is the type of formal wear piece I'm willing to pick up at Goodwill these days. It's, what does it retail for? Carmen Mark of Volvo, and this is infusion, so it's like actually kind of their lower diffusion line. But Carmen Mark Volvo is a really expensive formal wear brand. And it retailed still for $440. It's a gorgeous floral applique gown. And so when I saw it, I was like, I didn't even check comps. I just put it in my cart and checked out, and I'm glad I did. I have sold this brand through liquidation before, so I knew it's a well-performing brand, and this was a really substantial piece. Gorgeous piece, again, going to be probably worn to a wedding or something. And so I received an offer on the 5th for $95, which I accepted. I had it listed for $149, I think I said that. And it sold after only 42 days of being listed, which is really good for a formal wear piece. And it gave me a gross profit of about $61. So I'm really happy with the performance of this piece, and it's definitely something that I'll pick up again. The other reason I would definitely pick it up again, unlike a lot of formal wear pieces that are chiffon, they can take forever to steam. I am like really taking into account how long is this piece gonna take to steam when I pick it up. And this one, because it's a mesh floral applique dress, I really didn't have to steam much at all. So if at all, I don't even know if I did. So really happy with this sale, and definitely something I would do again. Okay, well that is the what sold video for this week. Thanks so much for watching. I know this one is a little bit wonky because it's coming out later in the week, but 'tis life. Like that's the theme of this video. And let me know in the comments down below how your sales are in July. Do you take vacation days away from your business in the summer or sometime throughout the year? That's kind of what I did this week, and I'm not mad about it, but I would like to start seeing these numbers go up and also start being consistent with listing again so I can be ready come August when sales should pick back up due to just the seasonality of this business. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, love y'all. Bye!